If you stop and take a moment to analyze the different adventurers in Dragalia Lost, you'll find that most of the characters fall into many common character archetypes, and these can usually be categorized by the classes from Dungeons & Dragons. For instance, Elisan is a paladin who provides buffs to the party. Healers are kinda like clerics. You've got several rogues and fighters, but only a few characters have that rage buried deep in their soul and can bring it out in combat to enhance their fighting abilities. Today's character in question, Berserker, the Frenzied Warrior, is a 4-star dark sword from the olden days of Dragalia's launch. Berserker fits the barbarian class to a T, whatever that means, because he's all about killing everything, but only in battle, as he's actually a swell guy to just hang out with. This super tanky individual is out to face down the toughest foes, and has moved into the Halidom via invitation from Ranzel in the hopes that he'll get a chance to fight them. As a sword unit, Berserker attacks with forward strikes in his basic combo, unless he loses control and goes too far into the combo and does a flip instead of going into his 4-strike, which as a sword can also knock enemies over. The 4-strike is also good for enabling his barbarian rage, because as we all know, yelling is typically associated with getting angry. But when Berserker rages, he doesn't just get angry, he keeps getting angrier. His first skill, Calamity Wheel, hits every enemy around him in a glorious spin attack that is so intimidating it reduces enemy strength. And just as the barbarian class gains resistance to damage when they rage, Berserker's second skill, Living Fortress, reaffirms what he already is by shouting it at his enemies and makes him even tankier by raising his max HP or healing him if it's capped. As dragons are known for their destructive potential, Berserker couldn't wait to get his hands on that amazing power and picked up Dragon Haste as his co-ability. And as that Dragon Gauge charges, he's just going to keep on raging. If he manages to smite some minor foes with his 4-strike, the lack of challenge they brought will just make him even angrier and make his skills hit harder. However, if a foe does manage to bring him some challenge and puts him on his last legs, he'll get fired up for one last push with Last Defense. Now, a bit of an aside on that blindness res, I'm not sure if it's because of the helmet, or if Berserker's glowing red eyes have anything to do with it. Are they bloodshot? Or did he make a pact with some eldritch deity for permanent blind res at the cost of his actual eyes? Or is he even human to begin with? We'll probably never know, as he never takes his helmet off, but at least he's still a cool guy to hang out with on weekends. When picking out equipment for Berserker, he already has a sword of choice from his artwork, the 4-star core weapon Dark Dementia. For Warmprints, he already has some Warlust, so let's just power that up some. And since he indeed never takes that helmet off, let's add Masquerade Mission. For his dragon, Mauritian also loves the art of fighting, but for pure destructive power and an all-consuming rage, you just can't go wrong with Agni. For teammates, let's put Ranzel in, since he and Berserker go way back and are good buddies. Next, Johanna is also looking for strong opponents to fight, and you know what? So is Vanessa. So let's take this team and go yell at some tough foes until they die. In summary, Berserker is a classic barbarian type. Decently tanky, good damage and wave content, cool armor, an unquenchable anger that seeks battle for all eternity, and a good pal to hang out with at the Halidom. Just don't ask him to open any pickle jars or anything else that might induce that rage outside of combat.